Good morning, my dear students. So, again, I'm here with the new topic for grade 11 students of mine. So, now I'm talking about the new topic, and before talking about that, let me just tell you something about my school, Cambridge International School, the SUA. So, Cambridge International School, the SUA, is putting all efforts to make our students study at this time of COVID-19 pandemic in the whole world. The world is suffering with all this deadly disaster, but we will not let you suffer with this disaster in your studies, my dear students. We are putting our best efforts. Every teacher of Cambridge International School, the SUA, is putting all his or her best efforts to make you study and make you feel happy while studying at home, so that your immunity will improve and you will also not have any kind of fear regarding your studies. So regarding all these efforts we are making, we are there to help you out. We are there to help you. Even we are there to support you at every point of time. If you have any kind of queries, so our numbers are already shared with you, so you can contact us and we will solve your queries after uh, you're calling us. Fine. So with all these things, let me now continue with new topic. And before just starting with the topic, I'll just give you a brief introduction of about myself and what we are going to do today. So let's see. So chapter is chapter number 9, and the name of the chapter is supply. Subject is economics and topic is supply. So this is going to be the part 1 for this chapter. Now grade is 11. So my grade 11 students are already studying well because they have already appeared for the exam, and many students were scoring good marks, but still I was feeling bad because nobody has scored 20 out of 20. Fine. So with all these things, I'm going to continue with my new topic and new chapter. So my name is Miss Sarita Sani. So I'm your teacher. So let's begin with the new topic and let's see what we have in this. Before starting with this, I was giving few. I missed out one thing because I have to make your revision videos previously. So before I was giving some tips, so let's continue with those tips again. So here we are going to start with the new topic, that is supply. So you remember the law of demand, and we also done the concept of demand. So this is opposite of demand. Now supply is concerned purely with producer. So, and demand is purely concerned with consumer. So the very first thing you have to do in your chapter is, when you're going to study this as supply, and we already studied the demand, so we have to compare both supply and demand. So when I'm giving you definition, when I'm giving you function, when I'm giving you this market supply, market supply, like we have done individual demand, then individual this supply, we have to find out the differences in all. Fine. So I've given you almost many tips regarding this. So the very first thing is, you need to just keep the first thing you have to go through before starting with this chapter. You have to go through the demand chapter again. So my dear students, it is going to be helpful and it will just polish your topics again, so that you are going to understand this supply in a very better way, because this is entirely going to be opposite of your demand. But the topics which we're going to do, that is related to supply, and all the steps which we covered in demand, so all are almost the same. Fine. So now let's begin with today's topic, So I guess this is clear to you. So tip for today is you need to study your chapter demand again and before we're going to start your supply chapter. So this is the thing I'm just requesting you to do before beginning with this chapter. So I'm just going to start with supply. So let's see what is in the first slide. So as we were doing earlier, even topics to be covered for today. So the first topic which we're going to do is meaning of supply. So in the demand chapter, we have done meaning of demand. So here we got the first concept, that is meaning of supply. Then in this topic, related to this topic, we're going to learn about definition of supply. Then we're going to learn about determinants of supply. So in that we are going to study first individual supply determinants, then two types of demand, this supply is there. Sorry, I'm confusing. You can see here I'm just taking the name demand even. So almost the word supply and demand are changed, rest all the topics which we're going to study that are similar. So in demand, we were having individual demand. So here we have individual supply. So in demand, we were having market demand. So here we have market supply. So almost many things are going to be similar, but the reference to the detailing of these points are going to be different. Now, meaning of supply, the first thing which we are going to do then is determinants of supply. So first we will do individual supply determinants, then we're going to do the determinants of market supply. So then last topic for today, that is supply function. So with supply function, we're going to study about the market and individual and market supply functions. So we are going to study about that. Then is in the last, we have to do questions to be done for today. So now in the next today's first topic which we're going to start is meaning of supply. So like we already studied in demand, so what is supply? So in demand there was also relationship between price and quantity. So it was a relationship that was in price and quantity demanded. So here is supply. So what is supply? Supply is also expressed as a relationship between price and quantity supplied. So again, price and quantity relationship, but here we are talking about what quantity will be supplied on the basis of price. So here the main important person is producer. So how much producer will supply at a particular price. So before we proceed with the meaning of supply, it is important to understand some special features of supply. The first feature is supply is a desired quantity. Now, how supply is a desired quantity is I'm going to explain you this. So it indicates only the willingness, so how much the firm is willing to sell and not how much it actually sells. ठीक है, अगर मेरे पास 10 प्रोडक्ट है बने हुए, अगर मैं पूरे 10 के 10 बेचना चाहती हूँ, ठीक है, सो इन दैट केस सप्लाई इज अ डिजायर्ड क्वांटिटी. Fine. So how much the firm, so it indicates only the willingness. So how much the firm is willing to sell, not how much it actually sells. हमने उसमें से कितना असली में बेचा. So 10 यूनिट थे, मैं 10 बेचना चाहती थी, बट उसमें से 5 भी बिके, तो I will not consider that, but I will just talk about the desired quantity. So if you remember, we have done desire and demand. Two words there. So desire is something which we are thinking, and for that maybe the resources are there, maybe the resources are with us. Okay, so if we have all the resources with us and we have the willingness and we are ready to spend money for that, so that becomes demand. So here is the desired quantity. So jitna bhi hum soche, to that will be the point. Next is supply of a commodity does not comprise the entire stock of the commodity. So supply में हम लोग पूरा का पूरा stock consider नहीं करते. ठीक है? So अब let me explain you this in detail. So it indicates the quantity that firm is willing to bring into the market at a particular price. Suppose now this is time of corona crisis. So what happened? The prices of certain goods have already increased. Suppose now the prices of sugar, so the sugar which we are using at home, so it has increased, and the sugar mills which they are producing like already produced some stock we can say, so they have got the stock of goods. so उसका अगर प्राइस उन्होंने 40 रुपया पर केजी किया है डिसाइड, तो जितना भी होगा, ठीक है, सप्लाई ऑफ अ कमोडिटी डज नॉट कंप्राइज द एंटायर स्टॉक ऑफ द कमोडिटी। अब कोरोना से पहले उसका प्राइस जो स्टॉक तो वही चल रहा है, हम लोग ये मान के चल रहे हैं कि उस टाइम पीरियड में उन्होंने स्टॉक बना लिया था। सो उसके बाद जब कोरोना का बहुत ज्यादा क्राइसिस नहीं हुआ था, अभी अभी जस्ट नॉर्मल सिचुएशन सी, सो इन दैट टाइम पीरियड दे वर सेलिंग द होल स्टॉक एट 30 or 34 rupees, so rupaya, that was the price they were charging. But now what happened here, so here the price which they are charging that can be changed. So अब जो है price 40 है, 40 के आसपास जा रहा है, so that is supply of a commodity does not comprise the entire stock of the commodity. So one more example I can give you. Supply of TV by Samsung in the markets is not total available stock of TV sets. So अगर हम पूरी की पूरी Samsung की सप्लाई की बात करें तो टोटली जितने उन्होंने बनाए थे टीवी, वो सबकी बात नहीं हम लोग कर रहे, ठीक है। सो इट इज अ क्वांटिटी विच सैमसंग इज विलिंग टू ब्रिंग इनटू द मार्केट फॉर सेल। सो जितनी क्वांटिटी हमने मार्केट में बेचना चाहिए उसको हम लोग कहते हैं सप्लाई ऑफ अ कमोडिटी, ठीक है। नाउ स्टॉक एंड सप्लाई यहाँ पे डिफरेंट चीजें हैं, ठीक है, ये चीज ध्यान रखना। वी विल डू इट इन डिटेल, वी हैव नेक्स्ट टॉपिक सप्लाई एंड स्टॉक व्हाट इज दैट, सो वी विल डू इट इन डिटेल। Next is supply is always expressed with reference to price. Yes, this is very important thing. So this is very important thing. So how supply is always expressed with reference to price. देखो, जब भी हमें ये पता होता है कि फ्यूचर में किसी चीज के प्राइसेस बढ़ने वाले हैं, तो what we do generally this happens in the case of petrol, फाइन। सो हमें पता चलता है कि आज रात से क्या है, उसके प्राइसेस बढ़ने वाले हैं। तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं, जो बिजनेसमैन है वो क्या करता है, सप्लाई जो है नेक्स्ट अपकमिंग डेज में ज्यादा सप्लाई करेंगे ताकि उनको ज्यादा प्रॉफिट हो, क्योंकि प्राइसेस बढ़ रहे हैं। सो सप्लाई वो उस टाइम पीरियड में कम करते हैं। सो सप्लाई इज ऑलवेज एक्सप्रेस्ड विद रेफरेंस टू प्राइस। अगर अभी जो है सीजन चल रहा है हमारा समर सीजन, ठीक है, द प्रोडक्ट्स विच आर इन डिमांड दैट इज ऑफ समर सीजन ओनली, ठीक है। बट अगर हम विंटर के प्रोडक्ट्स की सप्लाई करें, सो इट इज नॉट एक्सप्रेस्ड अकॉर्डिंग टू प्राइस। सो विंटर्स के प्रोडक्ट का प्राइस जो होता है दैट इज हाई इन विंटर्स, समर्स के प्रोडक्ट का प्राइस जो होता है हाई इन समर्स होता है, ठीक है। सो दिस इज समथिंग दैट सप्लाई, इसके बेसिस पे हम लोग प्रोड्यूसर जो है वो मार्केट में लेके जाता है, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट थिंग इज सप्लाई इज ऑलवेज विद रिस्पेक्ट टू अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम। सो आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड यू दिस थिंग इवन इन डिटेल। So it may be according to a day, according to a month, it may be according to the season. So उसके basis पे हम लोग supply करते हैं। So one more thing I can quote here is कि जब हम कोई भी supply करते हैं, जैसे winter के products है, तो उसकी supply हमारे पास sorry उसकी जो manufacturing है that is done in the summer, ठीक है। उसके बाद जब विंटर के प्रोडक्ट्स विंटर में डिमांड में आएंगे तो उनकी सप्लाई उस टाइम पीरियड में की जाती है। सो पीरियड ऑफ टाइम के अकॉर्डिंगली हम लोग सप्लाई भी करते हैं, ठीक है। सो आई होप दिस इज क्लियर टू यू। नाउ लेट्स मूव टू द फर्दर स्लाइड। सो व्हाट इज इन दैट, लेट्स सी। So definition of supply, this is very important aspect. So in the previous third chapter we have done demand. So now what is supply? So supply refers to quantity of a commodity that a firm is willing and able to offer for sale at a given price during a given period of time. So again the things are there, four things are there in which are highlighted in the definition. So supply refers to quantity of a commodity that a firm is willing and able to offer for sale at a given price during a given period of time. So you need to underline the point quantity of a commodity. Fine. So this is going to be the first point which we have to quote while we writing the definition of supply. ठीक है, so quantity of a commodity then is willingness to sell. So the producer is ready to sell the product. So willingness is your will, your say, your yes for selling the product. Fine. सो एबल टू ऑफर फॉर सेल, सो कितना वो सेल कर सकते हैं एक पर्टिकुलर प्राइस के ऊपर, ठीक है। सो एंड एंड ड्यूरिंग अ गिवन पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, सो उस पीरियड में कितना वो सप्लाई कर सकते हैं. So this is all that is in the definition. So again we have to do the definition. So supply refers to quantity of a commodity that a firm is willing and able to offer for sale at a given price during a given period of time. So supply क्या है? Quantity of a commodity है, quantity है commodity की, that जो एक फर्म क्या करती है, बेचना चाहती है, ठीक है, एक पर्टिकुलर प्राइस के ऊपर एंड ड्यूरिंग अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, सो एक पर्टिकुलर पीरियड के दौरान, ठीक है. सो दिस इज definition of supply. Now let's move to the next point. So there are generally we have like in demand curve also we have done, there were two types of demand, that was individual demand and market demand. So here again we have two types of supply. So the first, when we talk about individual demand, so only single seller who is selling the product in the market, so we call it as individual supply. And when all the sellers in the market are selling the same product, so we call it as market supply. So let's understand first the concept of individual supply. Individual supply refers to quantity of a commodity that an individual firm is willing and able to offer for sale at a given price during a given period of time. So again, the definition of supply only. The same definition we can quote for individual supply. So that definition is similar. Now the next thing is market supply. So here again, all the words are same. Now the word firm is replaced with firms. Fine. So we are talking about now all the firms that is present in the market. So refers to market supply, refers to quantity of commodity that all the firms are willing and able to offer for sale at a given price during a given period of time. So we call it as मार्केट सप्लाई. सो कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है, वहां पे एक सिंगल इंडिविजुअल जो सेलर है वो कर रहा है, सिंगल इंडिविजुअल फर्म जो है दे आर सेलिंग द प्रोडक्ट. फाइन. एंड व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द मार्केट, सो हियर all the firms join together and they are selling the product. Now let's move to the next slide. So supply and stock. So I already earlier told you there is a concept of stock and supply. So supply and stock both are different concepts. So let's see all these things. Fine. Now when we talk about stock, refers to the total quantity of commodity uh, with the producer for present or future sale. सो सिंपल वर्ड्स में बोलूं, जितना अगर मैं प्रोड्यूसर हूं, ठीक है, if Sarita Saini is a producer of some goods or I got my own business, so in that point what is going to happen, जितनी भी मैंने प्रोडक्ट्स जो प्रोड्यूस किए, ठीक है, चाहे मैं उनको मार्केट में सेल के लिए भेज रही हूँ चाहे नहीं भेज रही हूँ, ठीक है, सो वो जो कंबाइंड क्वांटिटी ऑफ कमोडिटी होगी वी कॉल इट एज स्टॉक. सो व्हाट इज दैट? दैट इज स्टॉक. सिंपली अभी भी तो जैसे हुआ है कोरोना के टाइम पीरियड से पहले लोग क्या करते हैं, चीजें ले आते हैं मार्केट में से, ठीक है, सो जब मार्केट में अवेलेबल था वो कहते स्टॉक मैडम खत्म हो गया है, ठीक है. सो मींस जो हमारे पास जितनी भी गुड्स अवेलेबल है, चाहे दे ऑल प्रोड्यूस गुड्स विच आर अवेलेबल विद अस, सो उसको हम लोग क्या कहते हैं, स्टॉक. चाहे वो यूज करी है चाहे नहीं करी है, चाहे उनको सेल किया है, यहाँ पे हम लोग यूज की बात तो आती है, डिमांड में आती थी, यहाँ पे हम लोग जो बात करेंगे दैट विल बी ऑफर्ड फॉर सेल और नॉट, ठीक है. जो हमने मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करी है, जितने भी नंबर ऑफ गुड्स हमने प्रोड्यूस करी हैं, वी कॉल इट एज स्टॉक. So when we talk about supply, supply refers to the quantity of a commodity offered for sale corresponding to different possible prices of the commodity. So supply जितने भी, जैसे अगर मुझे 100 यूनिट चाहिए तो मैं उस हिसाब से उसका सप्लाई का एक पर्टिकुलर प्राइस पूछूंगी. जैसे you people might have seen wholesalers are always giving the goods at lower prices. When we go to retailers, they are charging higher prices. So this is the concept of supply. जिसके पास large supply होएगी वो आपसे कम पैसे पे चार्ज करेगा, ठीक है. जिसके पास ज्यादा सप्लाई कम सप्लाई होएगी, जिसके पास हमने सिर्फ 1 या 2 यूनिट्स ही लेने हैं, तो वी कॉल इट एज supply. Fine. So supply refers to the quantity of a commodity offered for sale corresponding to different possible prices of the commodity. So further, I will give you this in detail when we are going to discuss for next class. I guess we are going to have a maybe live class. So in that class I'm going to discuss the schedule for supply. So in that you will be getting the possible combinations. So with that, fine. So अगर 10 यूनिट्स है तो फिर क्या होगा, 5 यूनिट है तो फिर क्या होगा. So it will be एक simple concept which I have to discuss with you is when we were talking about demand and price, quantity demanded and price we were talking about price and quantity demanded. So in that case what was happening, it was happening कि price and quantity demanded में हमेशा हमारे पास क्या आता था, indirect relationship आता था, inverse relationship आता था. Fine. But here when we talk about supply, so supply and quantity price and quantity supplied में जो आता है हमारे पास रिलेशनशिप आता है, दैट इज ऑलवेज डायरेक्ट. ठीक है, जितना प्राइस बढ़ेगा प्रोड्यूसर ज्यादा से ज्यादा सप्लाई करेगा मार्केट में. इसका फायदा क्या होता है, फायदा होता है कि उसको कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन कम लगा के उसको जो है प्राइस एमआरपी जो है ज्यादा पे उसको अपना प्रोडक्ट बेचने के लिए मिलता है. सो नाउ आई होप यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस कंसेप्ट. सो लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. Supply versus stock. Now this is the difference. You can see the difference now. Stock. Stock refers to entire quantity of a commodity which is in the custody of the seller. So this is what I have explained to you. जितनी भी goods मैंने produce करी हैं, ठीक है, जो मेरे पास पड़ी हैं, ठीक है, चाहे उसमें से मैंने मार्केट में सप्लाई करी कि नहीं करी, ठीक है, वो सारी जितनी गुड्स मैंने प्रोड्यूस करी हैं जो मेरे पास पड़ी हैं, आई कॉल इट एज स्टॉक. Fine. Now, what is supply? Supply refers to the quantity of a commodity offered for sale at a given price and at a given time and place. So, एक particular time and place के accordingly भी हम लोग उसको charge करते हैं. ठीक है. So, supply क्या है? Supply क्या है? एक quantity है जो एक particular price पे हमने sale करने के लिए हम लोग ready हो गए. ठीक है. And एक पर्टिकुलर प्लेस पे भी उसी हिसाब से टाइम एंड प्लेस के अकॉर्डिंगली हम उसको बेच रहे हैं. ठीक है. सो गॉट द पॉइंट. नाउ नेक्स्ट, द स्टॉक ऑफ द प्रोडक्शन. when we talk about second point of stock, so the stock of the product shows the producer's capacity to sell the product. So जितना हमारे पास स्टॉक होएगा उससे पता चलता है कि उसकी प्रोड्यूसर की कितनी कैपेसिटी है प्रोडक्ट बेचने की. ठीक है. So this is the concept. Then is book mein we are not having this point, but this point is important, so that is why I have taken 3 points for this, because this question sometimes times can be asked for 3 marks. Fine. So we have to do it with 3 points at least. Fine. The supply of the product shows producers willingness to sell. So जब supply हम लोग मार्केट में लेके आते हैं कि हम इतना प्रोडक्ट बेचना चाहते हैं, वही हमें कंफर्म होता है. ठीक है, कि इतना प्रोडक्ट को हम बेचने की हिम्मत रखते हैं. willingness means हिम्मत. Fine. So next is supply can be less or equal to the stock. जो supply है वो कभी equal भी हो सकती है, कभी उससे ज़्यादा भी हो सकती है, कभी उससे less भी हो सकती है. So supply can be less or equal to the stock. So supply कम भी हो सकती है, जहाँ स्टॉक के इक्वल जितना हमने बनाया उतना ही हम मार्केट में भेज दे तो इट विल बी इक्वल इवन. फाइन. सो सप्लाई कैन नॉट एक्सीड द स्टॉक. सप्लाई कभी भी स्टॉक को एक्सीड नहीं करती है. दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. ठीक है. नाउ लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. The next concept is determinants of supply. So as we know, there are 2 types of supply. One is individual supply, another is market supply. So first we are going to start with individual supply. Fine. So the very first and very important concept, very important factor or the determinant which is going to affect the supply of a commodity is the price of the given commodity. So उस चीज का price जो होता है. ठीक है. So let me just explain you this. So how we can say this is the most important one. और ये चीज होती है हमेशा कि जैसे प्राइस बढ़ेगा तो ऑब्वियसली हम लोग सप्लाई ज्यादा करेंगे. सो प्रोड्यूसर के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से यही होता है कि उसकी जो चीज़ उसने प्रोडक्शन करी है, सो ही शुड हैव मोर ऑफ, like he should supply more in the market and he should receive more MRP for that. So उसका प्राइस उसको ज़्यादा मिले. MRP is maximum retail price. So this is the point. सो अगर ये कंसेप्ट की बात करो, हमने लॉ ऑफ डिमांड में ये किया था, इसके ऑपोजिट था, दैट वाज कि जितना हमारा प्राइस बढ़ेगा हम उतनी ही कम डिमांड करेंगे. सो वहां पे डिमांड का था कंज्यूमर के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से था, यहाँ पे प्रोड्यूसर के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से है. ठीक है. सो लेट मी एक्सप्लेन यू दिस. जितना प्राइस बढ़ेगा उतनी हम सप्लाई ज़्यादा करेंगे. ठीक है. सो इसकी वजह से क्या होता है, प्रॉफिट्स भी हमारे इंक्रीज होते हैं. सो प्रोड्यूसर क्या करता है, ही ऑलवेज थिंक कि ही शुड लाइक spend less and he should get more. Fine. So he should spend less on the factors of production or input or raw material, but he should get more price for their production. Fine. So this is the point. So this way people always induce more supply to the market when they are thinking that the price is more in for their product in the market. Fine. So next is other factors. So this is the most important factor. So except this factors, we always feel other factors remain constant when we talk about law of supply. So law of supply states that जैसे ही प्राइस बढ़ेगा प्राइस एंड सप्लाई भी बढ़ जाएगी. सो वी ऑलवेज फील देयर इज डायरेक्ट रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन सप्लाई एंड प्राइस ऑफ द कमोडिटी. फाइन. नाउ लेट मी स्टार्ट विद द सेकेंड determinant or the factor which affect the supply. The second factor is prices of other goods. So as resources have alternative uses. So you know the milk, one resource is like milk. So milk के काफी ज़्यादा multiple uses है. ठीक है. The quantity supplied of a commodity depends not only its price but also the prices of other commodities. अब अगर एक चीज की हम बात करें, क्वांटिटी जो सप्लाई है वो सिर्फ एक प्राइस के ऊपर डिपेंड नहीं करेगी. इट डिपेंड्स ऑल्सो ऑन प्राइसेस ऑफ अदर गुड्स. अगर उसके साथ वाले कोई और सब्स्टिट्यूट्स अवेलेबल है, ठीक है, so उसके ऊपर भी डिपेंड करता है सप्लाई. Now, increase in price of other goods makes them more profitable in comparison to the given commodity. अब अगर other goods के prices बढ़ जाते हैं, ठीक है, suppose I have taken the example of milk, so I can take the example of like gram pulse. So ग्राम दाल, चना दाल जो होती है, ठीक है, so I can take the example of this. अगर मान लो उसके कंपैरिजन में बाकी की दालों के प्राइस बढ़ जाते हैं, ठीक है, तो उस केस में जो प्रोड्यूसर है उसके लिए प्रॉफिटेबल कौन सी हो जाएंगी, जो अदर कमोडिटीज थी, अदर पल्सेस थी. ठीक है. सो प्राइसेस ऑफ अदर गुड्स आर गोइंग टू बी मोर प्रॉफिटेबल फॉर देम. तो वो क्या करेंगे, जो उनके पास ऑलरेडी गिवन कमोडिटी थी उसको छोड़ के वो क्या करेंगे, दूसरी जो है पल्सेस उनको वो क्या करेंगे, उगाना स्टार्ट करेंगे. सो वन मोर एग्जांपल दैट इज गिवन इन योर बुक इज, आई कैन एक्सप्लेन यू. इंक्रीज इन प्राइस ऑफ अदर गुड. मान लो जो प्रोड्यूसर था, जो फार्मर था, वो राइस उगा रहा था पहले, ठीक है. सो जनरली क्या हुआ, प्राइस जो था वो बड़ा वीट का, ठीक है. अब वो क्या करेगा, फार्मर नेक्स्ट टाइम के लिए करेगा, राइस नहीं उगाएगा, उसकी जगह पे क्या उगाएगा, वीट उगाएगा, ताकि उसको ज्यादा से ज्यादा प्रॉफिट मिले. नाउ नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज थर्ड, एंड इन दैट पॉइंट व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन इज prices of factor of production or inputs. So this concept we have already learned in grade 9, in grade 10. So now I'm going to repeat. I'm just talking about CBSE students, not talking about ICSE students because they have not done economics in their previous classes. So let me explain you now what are the factors of production. So we have done it in grade 9, that is land, labor, capital. Capital is again physical capital, and the last one is human capital. So all factors of production I'm talking about now. Prices of factors of production. Fine. Now, so used in the production constitute the cost of production of the commodity. So जब भी हमारी cost of production पता चलती है, वो सारे factors की जो cost होती है उसके basis पे पता चलती है. So if the prices of all or any of these factors or inputs increases, the cost of production also increases. This decreases profitability. ठीक है. अब क्या होता है, जो हमने suppose I'm just talking about the automobile industry. So in automobile industry, we have got the raw material like tires, like we got the glasses, we got that iron which they are using. So all other spare parts of these things. So अगर इनमें से किसी spare part के prices एकदम से बढ़ जाए, so what was the cost of last, like we can say the car. So suppose we are taking the example of Maruti Swift car, the simple one, not Desire. So if we are talking about the cost, like 7 lakh or something, that was the price. Suppose the price of iron now has increased. So what will happen? Now the producer have to provide the car with less profits to the people. फाइन, तो उसकी सप्लाई वो क्या करेगा, अब इस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से जब उसकी प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी कम होती है तो वो क्या करेगा, सप्लाई जो है मार्केट में वो कम कर देगा. सो वो कार्स जो है स्विफ्ट जो आएंगी आपकी मारुति स्विफ्ट, दैट विल बी सप्लाइड लेस इन द मार्केट. सो अगर अदर पॉइंट में हम बात करें, जब प्राइस इनके फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन के डिक्रीज हो जाए तो प्रॉफिट्स ऑब्वियसली इंक्रीज होंगे. तो इन दैट पॉइंट what will happen? So supply due to fall in cost of production, तो वो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा सप्लाई होएगी, इंक्रीज हो जाएगी, ठीक है, क्योंकि उसकी कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन कम होगी और जो प्रोड्यूसर है उसका प्रॉफिट मार्जिन इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. ठीक है. So next I have some examples here. So I just read out for you. So to make ice cream, firm needs various inputs like cream, sugar, machine, labor, etc. When price of one or more of these factors inputs, like we can say the price of sugar has increased, the price of labor has increased, so producing ice creams become less profitable. So firms supply few ice creams. So is that clear to you? So I hope this is clear to you. Now let's move to the next thing, state of technology. This is going to be the fourth point when we talk about individual supply. So state of technology. Technological changes influence the supply of a commodity. Advanced and improved technology reduces the cost of production, which raises profit margin. It induces the seller to increase the supply. However, technological degradation or complex or outdated technology will increase the cost of production. It will lead to decrease in supply. जब हम latest technology use करेंगे तो हमारी supply हमेशा ज़्यादा होगी, हम लोग ज़्यादा profits गेन करेंगे. बट अगर हम डिग्रेडेड और द ऑब्सोलीट टेक्नोलॉजी वी आर गोइंग टू यूज, ऑब्सोलीट इज जो पुरानी हो चुकी है, दैट इज नो मोर इन यूज, फाइन, ठीक है. कंडम कहते हैं, एक वर्ड होता है कंडम, ठीक है, कंडम हो चुके हैं हमारी टेक्नोलॉजी. अगर उसको यूज करते हैं, आउटडेटेड टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करते हैं, तो व्हाट हैपेंस, सो प्रोडक्शन, कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन इंक्रीज हो जाती है, तो उसकी वजह से क्या होगा, हम मार्केट में सप्लाई उसकी डिक्रीज कर देंगे. Next thing is government policies, taxes and subsidies. अगर गवर्नमेंट टैक्सेस लगा दे कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन के ऊपर, तो उसकी वजह से क्या होगी, सप्लाई हमारी कम हो जाएगी. ठीक है. अगर गवर्नमेंट हमें सब्सिडीज या कंसेशंस प्रोवाइड कर दे किसी चीज के ऊपर, बनाने के ऊपर, सो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, उसकी सप्लाई इंक्रीज कर देंगे. ठीक है. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज गोल्स और ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ द फर्म. So generally supply of commodity increases only at higher prices. जब भी prices high होंगे तो हम लोग ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा profits gain करेंगे और हम लोग supply ज़्यादा करेंगे. ठीक है. अगर with change in trend, some firms are willing to supply more even at those prices which do not maximize their profits. So वो क्या करेंगे, maximize नहीं कर पाएंगे profits. The objective of such firms is to capture extensive markets and to enhance their status and prestige. So status and prestige जो है फर्म के लिए क्या, एक्सटेंसिव मार्केट्स होंगी टू एनहांस देयर स्टेटस एंड प्रेस्टीज. उनका ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या होगा, उनको एनहांस करना अपना स्टेटस या प्रेस्टीज. ठीक है. सो अपने प्रॉफिट्स नहीं देखेंगे, वो अपने प्रेस्टीज को बढ़ाने के लिए ये काम करेंगे. नेक्स्ट इज चेंज. लेट्स नाउ मूव टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. So I hope all these factors are clear to you and I've just given you all details. Fine. Now let's move to the next slide. That is change in quantity supplied and change in supply. So let's see what is in this. So change in quantity, whenever supply for the given commodity changes due to change in its own price, then such change in supply is known as change in quantity supplied. जब सारे जितने भी हमारे पास commodity या supply for the given commodity changes due to change in its own price, सो जब एक ही कमोडिटी अपने प्राइस की वजह से उसकी कमोडिटी में चेंजेस आए, सप्लाई में चेंजेस आए, तो वी कॉल इट एज चेंज इन क्वांटिटी सप्लाइड. सो एग्जांपल है यहाँ पे दिया क्लोज अप. So if supply of close up is a toothpaste. So if a supply of close up changes due to change in its own price, then supply change in then such a change in supply for close up is known as change in quantity supplied. Next is change in supply. So simple इतनी चीजें याद रखने, quantity supplied is always related to prices of the given good. So when we talk about change in supply, so it will be price, it will be the factors other than supply. So ceteris paribus वाला concept यहाँ पे आएगा. So change in supply, whenever supply for the given commodity changes due to factors other than price, then such change in supply is known as change in supply. For example, if supply of close-up changes due to change in price of other goods or due to change in technology, due to change in taxation policy, so you can see other factors. So factors other than price, अगर उसमें कोई change उसकी वजह से supply में change आता है तो we call it as change in supply. So I hope this is clear to you. The main thing is जो आपका चेंज इन क्वांटिटी सप्लाइड आएगा वो सिर्फ एक फैक्टर की वजह से आएगा, वो आएगा प्राइस ऑफ द गिवन कमोडिटी, उस कमोडिटी का खुद का प्राइस. ठीक है. सो जब हम चेंज इन सप्लाई कहते हैं तो दिस विल बी ऑलवेज अफेक्टेड बाय फैक्टर्स अदर देन प्राइस ऑफ द गिवन कमोडिटी. Fine. Now let's move to the next slide. So here are determinants of market supply. So individual के already हम लोग factors कर चुके हैं. So उसमें 3 more additional factors are there. So I'm going to discuss the last 3 factors, that is number of the firms in the market, then future expectation regarding price, means of transportation and communication. So all these points are there. सो डिटर्मिनेंट्स ऑफ मार्केट सप्लाई में हमारे पास इंडिविजुअल वाले तो सारे फैक्टर्स आएंगे क्योंकि इंडिविजुअल इज ऑलवेज द पार्ट ऑफ मार्केट. सो इंडिविजुअल के जो सप्लाई के फैक्टर्स जो इफेक्ट कर रहे थे, सिमिलरली यहाँ पे मार्केट में भी वो फैक्टर्स इफेक्ट करेंगे. ठीक है. सो लास्ट 3 फैक्टर्स विच आर डिफरेंट फ्रॉम इंडिविजुअल फैक्टर्स, individual points. So let me discuss these. So the first thing is number of firms in the market. So when the number of firms in the market increases, so market supply भी अपने आप increase कर जाएगी. ठीक है. Due to large number of producers, so producing the that commodity. However, market supply will decrease if some of the firms start leaving the industry due to losses. So market में क्या होता है, supply तब decrease होती है जब कुछ industries इसको छोड़ के चली जाती है. So this is how the supply is being like supply is being given. Next is future expectation regarding price. If seller expect a rise in price in near future, so अगर seller को लगता है कि upcoming future में, like I've given you example of petrol, so उसका price बढ़ने वाला है, then current market supply will decrease in order to raise the supply in future so that they will get more profits in future. ठीक है. सो वो क्या करते हैं, आज की जगह वो क्या करेंगे, अगर कल प्राइसेस बढ़ने हैं तो वो कल के बाद ज़्यादा सप्लाई करेंगे, आज वो कम सप्लाई करेंगे इन द मार्केट. ठीक है. सो दिस इज क्लियर टू यू. सो इफ द सेलर्स हैव द फियर दैट द प्राइसेस विल फॉल इन द नियर फ्यूचर, तो तब वो जल्दी जल्दी सप्लाई कर देंगे, पहले ही कर देंगे. ठीक है. सो नेक्स्ट थिंग इज मीन्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन एंड कम्युनिकेशन. नाउ दिस पॉइंट इज proper infrastructural development like improvement in means of transportation and communication help in maintaining adequate supply of the commodity. वो क्या करते हैं, मेंटेन करते हैं कि एक प्रॉपर जो है कमोडिटी की सप्लाई रहे. Now next point is supply function. So all these factors are also playing very important role in the supply function even. Now let's move to the slide. So next is supply function. So when we talk about the supply function, there we are talking about only price and quantity supplied. So what is the relationship between price and quantity supplied? So you can see the definition here. Supply function shows the functional relationship between quantity supplied for a particular commodity and the factors influencing it. Fine. So it can be either respect to individual supply function, another is market supply function. ठीक है. So it can be either respect to individual supply function, then as market supply function. So let me just mark this one. Now next is the first is individual supply function. So individual supply function refers to the functional relationship between supply and factors affecting supply of a commodity. So कौन से factors है which we have already discussed as determinants or factors which affect the supply. So individual के जो हमने करे थे those seven factors, so we are going to discuss all these. It is expressed as Sx. X is X commodity. So S is supply of X commodity is equal to function of price of the X commodity. That means price of the given commodity. Then price, PO is price of other goods. Then PF is price of factors of production. Fine. Next is state of technology. ST is state of technology. Then T is taxation policy. So how government is going to apply the taxation policy. G is goals of the firm. So all these factors are directly just give you the relationship between price and quantity supplied. So it will be individually which is affected by this. Now let's move to the next slide, that is market supply function. So almost we have already covered the individual supply function. So again, this is going to be the combination of individual and three more factors which we have all earlier even discussed. So what is market supply function? First, understand this definition. Market supply function refers to the functional relationship between market supply and factors affecting the मार्केट सप्लाई ऑफ अ कमोडिटी. सो मार्केट में जितने भी फैक्टर्स हैं सारे इफेक्ट कर रहे हैं पूरी की पूरी मार्केट की सप्लाई, उनकी बात आ जाएगी. एज डिस्कस्ड बिफोर, market supply is affected by all the factors affecting individual supply. So all the factors affecting individual supply. In addition, it is also affected by some other factors like number of firms, future expectations regarding price, and means of transportation and communication. So means of transport and communication. So all these factors we have discussed earlier. Now market supply is function is expressed as X is again the price of the X commodity, supply of the X commodity, then is equal to function of F understands for functional relationship between. So functional relationship between price of the given commodity or the X commodity. So commodity we have just assumed X commodity is there. Next is price of the other goods. Fine. Next is price of the this factors of production. Then next ST is state of technology. Then T is taxation policy of the government. Then next is G is the goals of the market. So पूरी market में क्या goals चल रहा है, यहाँ पे ये point आएगा. Next is number of firms. अगर ज़्यादा है तो ज़्यादा supply होगी, कम है तो कम supply होगी. ठीक है. Next is F is future expectation regarding PX. मतलब फ्यूचर में हमारी जो एक्स कमोडिटी है उसके प्राइसेस बढ़ेंगे कि कम होंगे, उनकी हम लोग बात करेंगे. नेक्स्ट इज मीन्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट एंड कम्युनिकेशन. सो यहाँ पे मीन्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन कौन से हैं, कम्युनिकेशन क्या है. सो इट विल ऑल्सो इफेक्ट द मार्केट सप्लाई. सो नाउ इन द एंड आई वुड से you need to do some questions. So yes, here we have questions to be done for today. The very first question you need to do it is give meaning of supply. Then you have to give the definition of supply. Then you have to give the difference between supply and stock. Then difference between individual and market supply. Then next question is what are the determinants of individual and market supply, that you need to give it. Then in the last, what are the individual and market supply function. So till today we have discussed so much regarding your supply. So this is enough for today, I guess. So in the end, I would say, my dear students, thank you so much. God bless you. Enjoy learning at home. So still, if you're feeling there is any difficulty in the topic, so I'll be there to you. there to help to you in this situation of difficult disaster. So we will discuss all the topics which you are not able to understand, because previously also I was just calling my students and asking if you have any doubt. And in the end, I would say one more thing. If you have doubt, that means you have gone through some of the things in a deep way. If you don't have any doubt, that means you are not doing it in a better way. So please do it in a better way, and I would love to answer your doubt. So that is, I feel that will also give me some knowledge when I'm going to give you some answer of some questions which you are asking. So I would love to answer your queries. So in the end, I would say stay happy, stay healthy, enjoy learning at home. And Cambridge International School, the SUA, is always and always with you to help my students. So thank you so much. God bless you. Enjoy learning.